Hi all, welcome to the extra marquee matchups for the 28th of April. Quite a few to cover here, including two of the routes that we did mention in the original video with the tweaked modifications that I'd said I would do if you follow me on Twitter. So because smash links, be awesome, sub to the channel for new, follow me on Twitter at GZLegend, all the links are down below for playlist and channel and social media links as always. So plenty to cover in this and hopefully gives you a good idea of what to expect for this week and gives you sorted. So Besiktas versus Istanbul is the actual game of mention. I've got Atiba Hutchison and Babacan being the respective players from both teams. For me personally, it has a decent shout though, but with both teams basically at the top two in the league. But the bigger game next week is Besiktas versus Fenerbahce. Could that be featured? It's hard to say, but personally it's worth covering your back with both teams being the top of the league. So one from both teams, 11 from the league, 4 rares, 5 nations, 78 overall, and that kind of should cover your back nicely. Montreal versus Vancouver is the game. I don't know why I put Toronto in. I still can't fathom why I did that mistake. But Chi-Man is the Montreal player and the Whitecaps player is Usted. And then from there I've just kind of relied on Atlanta players. My suggestion could be, depending how they set the requirements out, Atlanta players and Minnesota United players are kind of maybe your safer bet to go for, and then any of the 75 rated rares and non-rares that you can nab, like Wright Phillips, Cleeson, Almiron. These kind of guys are the ones that you'd be worth snapping up, and it kind of gets your back well covered. Arsenal Spurs, another good shout for the marquee matchups this week. 80 overall would probably be likely. I can't see them pushing to 81 because of the Player of the Year Kante and Ali cards. It would just kind of make it even more expensive to do, and this particular route would then have to have a significant pack to make it worthwhile. But still, one player from both teams, 11 from the league, 5 rares, 5 nations, 80 overall, 8 to 12k currently for cost for what I've kind of seen. I'm putting in Baines, that kind of tells you all. And 7 out of 10 for likelihood. It has a good shout because it is a big North London derby. Nancy versus Metz is one of the French derbies that are playing this week. 1 from both teams, 11 from the league, 4 rares, 5 French players. I think that kind of be the option of requirement. Best man I've got is Benoit, the Nancy player is Benoit Pedretti, and then the Metz player is Youfre. 78 overall I feel would be the absolute highest they would go. It might even just be like 76, 77 overall. To kind of cover the overall aspect, I've got away with Nyema and Nkulu, and then kind of relied on 77s and 75s just to keep it relatively cheap. Nantes versus Lorient, kind of similar again with another derby in France. While Nantes versus St Etienne was not so long ago, I don't believe that was featured, so Nantes versus Lorient might kind of not really be featured. I would say personally, if I had to pick either of the two, Nancy versus Metz seems a stronger shout. But still, one player from the league, both teams, 11 from the league, 4 rares, 5 French players kind of seems smart. 78 overall kind of similar, and 6 to 10k for cost. A Lorient player is the goalkeeper, and then my Nantes player is Nkuma. And UD Chile versus Católica. Católica had featured in the possible continental marquee matchups yesterday. So with that not happening, players of these players were already up in value a little bit, and they have went up a little bit still because of Católica could feature. It's quite a big game in Chile. 1 player from both teams, 11 from the league, 4 Chilean players, 6 clubs minimum, which would be quite easy to do. 70 overall, your best shouts are looking at Villar, Beausejour and Buonanotte to kind of cover your backs, and you've got smart, but 4 out of 10 no, I don't think this route would happen. And the alternative Scottish game of the week is Ross County versus Inverness. This is the Highland Derby. Ross County have a chance to relegate Inverness in the league, and as a result that has a bit of bearing about it. Celtic Rangers has happened a couple of times before, and it was played last week, didn't feature. Could feature this week, it's hard to say, but this is the alternative game worth covering your back. 1 player from both Ross County and Inverness, 11 from Scottish Premiership, 4 rares, 6 clubs, 67 overall rated, 4 to 6k for cost, and a 5 out of 10 for likelihood. Could I see this route happening? It has a shout. Raven and Andrew Davis are the players from that. Hopefully you find this useful. As always, remember to smash the like, sub to the channel if you're new. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of these, and I will catch you all later.